Hi everyone, my name is Jessica with fulfilledandabundant.com. Today I am bringing you Michele with Adventures in Meditation. Michele is the co-founder of Adventures in Meditation, and this amazing company just officially launched last week. So this is really exciting that we get to talk and bring to you this amazing brand new company. How are you, Michele?
Hi, I'm great, Jessica. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited to get to talk about it.
Yay!
I'm actually I think I'm starting to blush already. I'm so excited right now. I don't know if you guys can tell with all the makeup on, but it's there. I can feel it.
I blush very easily. So
we just get excited.
Yeah.
About life. Yes.
So what is Adventurous in Meditation? Let's start with the basics.
Awesome. Thank you. Adventures in Meditation is an online community for meditators, and you can be a new meditator or a really experienced meditator. You can be one of those meditators that's been doing it for a while and is getting maybe a little bored. You can be looking for a community, but we're a group of people, diverse, open-minded, honest, loving, supportive, and we want to be there to let people know that meditation doesn't have to be this constrained, lonely activity that I think a lot of us have been taught that it is, and it's not. It's this joyful, energetic, and really very I don't know if this is a word, but personalizable. So my partner Todd and I, he's my boyfriend and the other co-founder of Adventures in Meditation. We have these drastically different meditation styles, but he loves his practice. It works for him. He does it every day. I love my practice. It works for me. I do it every day. And we want other people to know that they can make their own practice that works for you, that feels good. Like, I think meditation should be enjoyable and fun, and not rigid or a place where we spend 15 minutes like beating ourselves up because our brain won't stop.
Yeah.
That's what I get most times when I say the word meditation. People are like, oh yeah, I tried that once and I just couldn't get my brain to stop. And I'm like, no, of course you couldn't. We're modern people. That actually only works if you're a dude in a cave with no job and no kids and no cars and no sex. And, then a whole lot easier to get your mind to be quiet. But modern people, it's a slightly different ballgame.
That's amazing. So you guys teach a variety of different styles of meditation?
So what we're doing, so like you said, we are brand new. We have all this just amazing energy coming out the door. And so Todd has his methods. I have my methods. We really encourage people to branch out and to experiment. And what we're doing is we're bringing on board a whole roster of teachers. So different methods, different traditions. We want to showcase the fact that there are as many different ways to meditate as there are meditators. So it won't be just us. We'll be bringing in, we have some amazing people on the roster, and they'll all start teaching their own ways within the next few weeks. Yeah.
And I know they will be amazing because you love awesome.
I do love awesome. And, I've been in this amazing community, that you and I are both a part of for 5 or 6 years now. And, one of the things building this business has made me extremely grateful for is I realize how much awesomeness I am around. The members of our community are just phenomenal humans. And when I started thinking about who would I want to work with, like who would I trust to bring into a community of people that I'm responsible for, the list of people was so long. And I've just suddenly, something about starting this business had made me so grateful for our community and the amazing, talented people that we know, and to be able to bring in a new community of other amazing, awesome people and putting it all together is just, it's quite the dream, I have to say. I dream big.
Yeah. I love that picture. It's very pretty.
Thank you.
And so I was reading on your Instagram and Facebook, and you talked a lot about Yoga Nidra.
Yeah.
Can you say what Yoga Nidra is? Because I thought it was a name. I did not understand the first time I heard that. And then the first time I tried it, I was like waiting for them to like tell me when to move.
And that time never actually came, did it? So Yoga Nidra was one of the first practices that I learned. So I started practicing yoga in 2013 at an amazing yoga center in Phoenix, Arizona called Yogapura. Shout out. And I started practicing yoga in 2013. And then I loved it so much, I went right into teacher training in 2014. And I always tended towards the more, I didn't understand it at the time, but I tended towards the more meditative style of practice where you move and hold. And there's a stillness and you have these moments to assess. How do I feel? What's going on? How am I doing? What's happening? And Yoga Nidra was at the top of that list. So Yoga Nidra essentially translates to yogic sleep. And right off the bat, if you do Yoga Nidra and you fall asleep, it's okay. It's okay. Because sometimes it happens. And it's okay. If you ever need sleep more than meditation, your body will just, if you ever fall asleep, it's okay. It just means you needed sleep more than you needed meditation. Always all right. So Yoga Nidra is you lay down. You lay down on. So when I do Yoga Nidra sessions, we have cushions and we have blocks and we have blankets and we have pillows, and you lay these cushions out and you lay on the floor and you get support under your knees so your lower back feels good, and you actually spend a bit of time propping up your body so it's extremely comfortable. That is the goal, is to have your body in the state where it can start to let go and start to relax. You're not holding tension. So you get an eye pillows. Oh, don't forget the eye pillows, preferably, lavender scented eye pillows are my favorite. And so as a facilitator, we get our students as comfortable as they can possibly be, sublime level comfort. And then it's a guided meditation in that posture. And so it's a very meditative practice, because while you're laying there, you're listening, but you're going through very energetically based style of meditation. You're really paying attention to your body, releasing the tension, because when our body can relax at that level, it gives our energy system an opportunity to balance a little bit. So the flight or fight subsides, any adrenaline, cortisol can start to subside. And when our body has that ability, then it makes it much easier, number one, to access like the truer parts of our mind, because we don't have all that interference going on. But while we're meditating, our prana, our life energy, is essentially healing us, because we're not doing anything else. So our body is like, okay, we've got a moment here. What needs healing first? What organ, what wound, what muscle tension, muscle tear, and we relax our consciousness and we relax our body so that it can do what it wants to do, which is to heal us. And it's so comfortable. We don't give ourselves a lot of time to just get really comfy in life, unless it's the very end of the day and we're on the couch watching TV. It's like the only time that we give ourselves to be comfortable. And Yoga Nidra is amazing. And one of my favorite things about Yoga Nidra is that there's been quite a bit of science on it. There's been quite a bit of research, and 45 minutes of Yoga Nidra is equal to about 4 hours of sleep. isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that is. My first question is how, but that's amazing.
It's what it is it's a space between higher consciousness and sleep.
Mm.
So you're in that alpha to theta brainwave range.
Okay.
So when as you're going through the meditation with a facilitator, you're consciously paying attention to your energy. You're consciously moving energy. So you have the, you're not in sleep. So in sleep, a lot of things shut down, and our body has a very specific system for what it does and how it works when we're asleep. Mm-hmm. But our energy levels are a little bit higher in Yoga Nidra. So we have our system is a little bit more engaged, but since we're not really doing anything, it has this energy to put to work in a way that it can't normally.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I recommend it for everybody. And now that you've mentioned it, I think we're going to do more Yoga Nidra in the community now.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. I haven't talked about Yoga Nidra for a while, and I'm like, oh, we need some of that. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. I'm getting like really relaxed right now, and just I want that right now.
It's really wonderful. Yeah.
And for those that know me well, I call that sleepitating.
Yes.
So yes. I very often meditate laying down because most of the time I'm tired, and so I just create the space for if I fall asleep, great. If I don't, great.
Napitation.
Napitation, yes.
I love napitation. And full confession, I meditate laying down.
Oh yeah.
I kind of break all the rules, which is why I'm such a big advocate for people finding their own style. I meditate in my bed. I break all the rules. In my bed, under my covers, on my pillow, with my earbuds and Dr. Joe Dispenza and my lavender scented eye pillow. And I think I'm so glad you brought up Yoga Nidra, because I think the reason that I can do that, and I meditate for 40 to 45 minutes every morning, right after I wake up. It's one of the first things I do in the day. It gives me a nice slow transition into, doing human things. But I fall asleep maybe once a month. Even when I'm tired and I just woke up, I can do that 45 minutes of meditation and stay in meditation and not fall asleep, because so much of my early training was in Yoga Nidra. And in the beginning, you just fall asleep because your body's like, oh, we're laying down and we're comfy. We're going to fall asleep now. And, people start snoring and all that fun stuff. But I did so much of it those first few years that I have been able to train my body. I know when it's sleep time and I know when it's meditation time. So that is, that's how I meditate.
Great. Do you want to talk about Todd's style of meditation just to show a contrast?
I would love that. So It's one of the reasons we love teaching together. And we joke about, my favorite joke is that when we get the community going, he'll teach the doctors and the engineers and I'll teach the hippies. He is so Todd, we are a couple. We've been a couple for like going on 3 years now. And we met at a meditation workshop in Boulder, Colorado. And it just kicked off our relationship in this beautiful way. And we literally geek out on meditation on a regular basis. We read books and we read the research. He's, so his style is, well, let me start with his teacher. His teacher, Dr. Susan Taylor, studied in India. She's a member of the Himalayan Institute. She has a tradition. She has a guru, and there is a method. And he has this wonderful grounding in the basics of a seated meditation. So kind of the foundation tools, your breath, your relaxation, posture, concentration. Okay. These are things that he has down in spades. So his practice, he likes consistency. He's a creature of routine. So he wakes up, he has his morning routine. He sits down on his cushion. He has a seated posture. He is still, it is quiet. He focuses on his breath.
Is he doing this?
No, that's just me. Cause when I
Okay.
think of him, I'm always like, oh, he's meditating. No, we have wonderful cushions. Actually, we'll be talking about cushions in the community a lot too, because cushions are so vital. Because a lot of people try and meditate and they get into these postures that their body just has no business being in, and we deserve to be comfortable. So and he meditates for usually 25 to 30 minutes, but it's all about, for him, it's a very physical stillness and a very energetic stillness, and the seeking of you know, a mental clarity and a mental stillness. So he has this wonderful practice of being able to show people, and I agree with him, even though my meditation is kind of divergent. I agree with him in the sense that, yes, especially in the beginning, the function of having a good posture for your body is, and finding that posture that you can maintain for 15-20 minutes is really important. And that being able to concentrate is important, because it doesn't matter if you're concentrating on your breath, or like me, I'm concentrating on the guided meditation. If you're doesn't matter what you're concentrating on. If you have that skill, you can transfer it to almost any style of meditation. You know, and working with the breath is always going to be one of the best tools, because we all have breath and we have it all the time. So it's always one of the fastest doorways into a meditative state. So how he's going to teach those firm foundations. And then as people get comfortable with those basic skills, then we start to encourage, you know, ooh, what feels good now? What do you want to try?
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And my meditation is, so I told you how I meditate. But my meditation tends to be extremely energy related. One of the reasons that I lay in bed is because sitting up, I tend to be a little bit of a tense person. A couple of years ago, I would have said I'm just high strung. So sitting, you know, I have trouble with my knees. My knees don't really care for a lot of seated positions. And I would find myself with pain, physical pain, you know, muscle tension here, muscle tension there. And I was constantly worried about, am I sitting right? Am I sitting right? Am I doing this right? And it was a difficult practice. And so when I lay down, my body relaxes right away. So I tend to spend more time on my body than on my mind. I tend to just let my mind do whatever thing it wants to do. And I focus, I bring my attention to my body. How is my energy? How do I feel? What's happening right now? So in the beginning, I did a lot of mental awareness meditation, but I find I enjoy a lot more moving my awareness away from my mind and actually moving it into my body and doing, you know, energy style work during my own meditations.
That's awesome. So for those of you that have never tried meditation, definitely sign up for Adventures in Meditation to learn more, and you'll learn a ton. What's next? What can people look forward to with Adventures in Meditation if they hopefully sign up?
We would love for people to join. So it's adventuresinmeditation.com. And it's very easy to join the community right now. And for instance, this evening we have a brand new series. I mean, everything is brand new right now. But the very first in our interview series is called Everyday Meditators. And as a way to showcase how personalized meditation can be, every Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, we're going to be doing an interview with one of our members who has a really consistent daily practice, and ask them, how did they get started? What does their practice look like? What do they love about it? How does it benefit them? And our first guest this evening is actually also a stand-up comedian, so it should be really fun. And we're looking forward to having a theme of earth-based meditation in April alongside Earth Day. So we're bringing in a collection of teachers who very specifically meditate on different aspects of earth energy. And we're hoping to have a virtual forest bathe. And then, so those are some fun things we have planned for the next 6-8 weeks. And then this summer, we're looking at locations right now for an outdoor meditation retreat, like a weekend camping, like a couple of days camping.
Tell me when it's gonna be.
I will let you know as soon as we get it planned. We have a friend who we told her the idea, and she said, I have 50 acres. And she said, I have 50 acres, come have it on my land. So that's going to be this summer. And we want to go beyond this idea of just meditating in the woods to what does it mean to meditate with the earth? What does it mean to meditate, not just amongst the trees, but what does it mean to be in the woods? What does that mean for our practice? And to just spend some time reconnecting with those nature roots that we all have. So those are some of the fun things. And Todd and I will be on live every week. He loves science, so he's going to be posting a lot of articles on meditation, mindfulness. We'll be having conversations. Lots of teaching and guided. I love guiding meditation, so I'll be doing quite a number of different guided meditations. And now we're definitely going to be doing some Yoga Nidra.
Yay!
Yeah.
And I don't know what I have meditated together with you from the feminine presence, and it was amazing. I loved the connection, and I loved being seen. I felt like you truly saw me, and that was so powerful for me. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So doing group meditations is very different to meditating on your own.
It is.
I think both are fantastic, but doing the group meditation, it unlocked something or healed something that there's no way I could have done it on my own, because you're still you and you're still inside your own head. Even sometimes I meditate for 3 hours, not often, but occasionally I've done those really long meditations, and powerful healing does come from that, but it's still different to a group meditation.
I agree. There's something extremely dynamic about group meditation. And I think you put it beautifully. No matter, you're still inside your own head, but when we can enter that energetic space with others, it gives us access to energies and vibration levels that maybe we just don't have on our own. And just the intention of people coming together for healing and for grace and for hope is that in itself, that phrase where it creates something that's bigger than the sum of its parts. Yeah, I agree with you. That's beautiful.
Wow, how awesome. So I was going to ask, what are you most excited about right now? But I don't think that's the thing. Let's talk about your portal, your community that you have online. I was looking at it really quickly and it looked awesome. I'm going to sign up as soon as we're done. But what do people bring to that? What do you guys talk about in the portal?
Okay. So it's an online community. It's kind of a meditation club. We're basically a meditation club. We're a group of people who come together to discuss, to practice together, to improve our own abilities, to share resources, to support one another. We want this to be a space that is very active in terms of members supporting one another. So if someone comes to the table and says, I'm really struggling with this thing right now in my meditation, then we want to have the style of community where people come and say, I had that experience too. This is what I did, and this is what helped me. So not a lot of coaching, not a lot of you should do this, but a lot of this was my experience, and the willingness to share that and be supportive of other people. So we have ideas for having, book clubs and private sessions and the group meditations. There will be a library of guided audio meditations as we go on. Todd and I will be on together quite a bit, probably at least once, probably 2 or 3 times a week, just to talk about it, kind of geek out on meditation. And there's so many different aspects to it as you get into the science of it, and from brain waves to psychology to behavioral psychology, and all of the different, everything that has to do with humans is kind of equatable to meditation. I know that it sounds really broad and a little silly, but meditation can be very much a microcosm of how we treat ourselves in meditation, and how we respond to meditation, and where our struggles are in meditation can very often be an indicator of kind of what goes on in our life in general. So we think it's really important not just to have a practice, but to be a little observant of our own practice, occasionally a little bit analytical, to say what is working here, what is not working. I'm having the struggle. Okay, it doesn't mean I'm a bad meditator. It means that there's a glitch there. Okay, what's this glitch? Where is it coming from? Is it just because I need to lean against a wall? Well, then why am I not leaning against a wall? Because, well, maybe I'm a perfectionist and you're not supposed to lean against a wall. Or am I just leaning against the wall because I don't want to try that hard? I don't really want to sit up. There's so many different aspects of how we can explore ourselves via the exploration of our meditation practice, because it's all about going within. It's all about, who am I? What am I doing here? How is this working?
I love it.
Yeah. So a lot of chit chat, a lot of meditation practice, a lot of new ideas and sharing. That's what we want.
Yay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to share before we?
Just that, first, thank you. This has been super fun. I always love spending time with you. And right now the community is open. It's open, it's free, but it won't be for very long. So we would love it if you would hop in soon. That is adventuresinmeditation.com. There is join and there's explore. So if you click explore, you can see what's going on in the community and decide whether or not it's something you'd like to do. And if you want to be in, just click that join button.
It's very exciting.
Thank you.
And you can meet your partner while you meditate, just like Michele.
Absolutely. Probably one of the finer places, definitely the best place I've ever met a man at. Definitely. Yes. Meditation.
Yeah, that's actually, I have a friend that met her parents met at a meditation class, and that was the first time I'd ever heard about that. And they were meditating in a group. And like, while she was meditating, she had never seen this man before. While she was meditating, she saw a vision of him, that they were getting married and they were going on a trip together, and she freaked out. She freaked out, and he asked her out immediately after the class, but because of that vision that she saw, she didn't answer his call for a month. Luckily, he was so persistent. asked if she would go on a trip with him, and that was their first date, going to Europe.
Wow. I love that story.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is exciting. So you can meet your partner in meditation.
And meditation.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you in Adventures in Meditation, maybe even in the events, and have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.